Hello everybody, it's Gary Hallican here with another action figure review, but this one is not a clearance review this time. But today we're looking at some figures from the IAmElemental toy line. So this is an independent toy line. I think it started on Kickstarter. It's been around for a couple years now, and I'd seen these figures online a few times and had seen a couple reviews of them, and they looked kind of cool. And then I found out that during the month of September, they do sort of a sale where for every one of these larger figures you buy, they will donate one to a children's hospital. So I thought that's a good time to check these out and see what we've got. So the idea with the elements in the title of this toy line is they're more like character traits, right? So we have here this, I think this is their only large figure so far. This is the Courage Core Power series figure. So she is supposed to incorporate all of the elements that go into courage, right? So she has bravery and energy and honesty and various things like that. Most of the figures in this line are these smaller ones in the 3 3/4 scale. So I just picked out a couple that I liked the colors on for those to check out. And I happened to get ones that work good for me. I think I got Logic and Mastery. So as an engineer, I think those are good ones for me. But one thing I like about these is they've got nice color schemes, nice bright colors that we aren't seeing in a lot of other figures, I think. So there's a whole set of the 3 3/4 ones that go in the Courage series, and then these are in the Wisdom series. And so with those, I also got this sticker, which looks to be the larger Wisdom figure. And I don't think that one is available yet. But it probably will be cool when it is. So let's take a look and see what we get. So we will start by looking at the larger Courage figure here. And already this figure is bigger than I thought it would be. This is I thought it would be more in the Marvel Legends scale, but it's bigger than that. It's more in the McFarlane Toys scale. So that's pretty neat here. As far as the packaging, it's simple, but it's nice packaging. It's nice and square, so that's good and stackable, and it's also hangable as well there. So you got all the list of the elements of courage on the side here. We can see some of her accessories. On the back, we've got a picture of the smaller figures in the courage set. And we've got a list of all the good stuff that she should come with. All right, so let's get her out here and see what we think. Okay, so here is Courage out of her package, and this is a pretty nice figure. She looks really nice. I think the biggest highlight of this figure is the colors. There's some really great colors. They're all kind of shades of red and pink and orangish red, so she's got basically mostly red skin, I guess, and bright pink hair, and then you've got these nice sort of metallic dark reds for her outfit, so very nice colors on this. Good feel to this figure. The legs are maybe a little bit loose, but otherwise it, feels really nice. Like I said, the hair looks quite good. We've got a nice flowing set of braids here. They're just fixed in this one pose. They don't really move at all, but looks really good in the bright pink. So it's a cool design. She's got an asymmetrical design, has different armor on this arm than on the left arm. She's got a sort of holster here on her hip, on her thigh, and so pretty neat looking figure. Like I said, quite a bit bigger than I expected it to be. We'll do some size comparisons a little later on. The paint is mostly, for the most part, really nice. You can see up here we've got kind of these purple lines lining her armor here. The only thing I noticed was right on the top of her mask. We'll focus in there. So there's a little bit of the black paint missing there right on the top of her mask. And there's some kind of scuffs there on top of her shoulder armor. Which you see, it also has a cool asymmetrical design here. The chest and shoulder armor is a free floating piece, as you can see here. So that could be removed, but I think you'd have to take her head off in order to remove that piece. But you could remove the shoulder armor. So aesthetically, this is a pretty nice figure. It looks very comic booky, right? Very kind of bright colors. Like I said, the bright colors are one of the nice things here. So let's take a look at the articulation. So she can't really look up at all. Not really down very much, maybe just a little bit. Can turn head side to side, but of course her long braids are going to get in the way of that a little bit. Can tilt just a little bit there. So not the most head movement, but not too bad. We get some pretty good tilt and turning and so forth. For the shoulders, they can go up a long way, so presumably if you did remove the shoulder armor, the shoulders could go up even farther than that. Looks like they got some interesting joints in here. Can go all the way around. Can go forward and back quite a bit, so we got really good forward and back there on the shoulders. She has a swivel right here, which is sort of a bicep swivel. It's swivel at her armband there. Okay. And awesome elbow. So you see that elbow folds up all the way. So awesome double elbow. As for the hands, they can swivel here, and then they've got sort of a ratcheting hinge there. So you can hear that, I'm sure. We've got a ratcheting hinge on the hands. So pretty nice in the arms. She has a joint at the chest here. So crunch forward some crunch forward. A lot of lean back though. So this is including the chest joint and the waist joint, but we get a lot of lean back there. And then not a whole lot of swivel at the chest joint. Not very much that you can get side to side. Same at the waist. She doesn't do a lot of swiveling, but she does do quite a bit of side to side tilting there. So that's pretty good. And come down to the legs. So legs can go out about that far, so not do the full splits, but can go out pretty good. Can go forward all the way straight forward here. And back, not really back very much, just a little bit. She has swivel at the thighs. I found this to be, I think, the tightest joint on them. There was a couple joints when I first took this figure out that were a little bit tight, and I think this was the tightest joint though on both legs here, was the thigh swivels. They're going pretty good now here. Right, so it feels to me too like her knee pads are kind of a little too far in, right? You know, makes her look kind of like her knees are tilted inward a little bit. But you know, you can swivel the thighs out to get rid of that issue. Knees, fantastic knees. Right, fold up all the way there. So really great double knees. And nothing at the boots there, but swivel at the foot. Of course, swivel left and right. Can go not up very much at all, but can point downward pretty good. And tilt in and out a pretty good amount there. So actually tilt in and out really good, so we might get a really wide stance. Something like that. So articulation on this figure is quite nice. I think that's quite good. So along with the really nice colors and nice paint and the articulation, this is a pretty good figure so far. But she's going to shine quite a bit more than a lot of other figures that we've seen recently when it comes to accessories. We've seen a lot of Marvel Legends and so forth lately that just don't really come with anything, or if they do, they don't come with anything good. But we've got some good stuff to look at here with our Courage figure. So we'll look at our accessories next. So these things I guess you might count as accessories, as she does come with a trading card that talks a little bit about her here. And on the back it shows that Joan of Arc is the historical figure that inspired the Courage line of figures. So that makes sense, I think. And then we get this pamphlet here, which will show us the other figures that are available in the Courage series. So these are all the smaller ones, the 3 3/4 scale ones from the Courage series. There's a little bit about Joan of Arc there. So as for actual accessories, we don't get any other hands. unfortunately, but that's okay because she'll be holding stuff. So one accessory that was on her in the package that I removed was the helmet. So she has a helmet here, and what's really cool about this helmet actually is if you look inside it, you'll see it's molded to fit exactly to her hair. There, right? So you see the, the grooves in there for her hair. So this helmet fits on really nicely. And I don't know, I just think that's cool that it has the hair grooves in there. So if we put the helmet on her, fits on really good there. All right, so again, fits exactly to the hair, and we're not going to have any problems with that coming off. So her other accessories is she has a shield. She has a shield which indicates her element. So all of the figures in this line, they come with the shield. This is really nice. It's printed very nicely there, and it's nice shiny silver. Has a handle on the back. Now I believe that this should fit into sort of her holster here on her thigh. That's what it looks like it would do, at least. And I suppose that works. And probably will not leave it like that, but presumably there aren't any instructions to tell you, so presumably that's what the slot on her thigh there is for. We'll see if we can get her to hold it here. You might hear the cat a little bit while I'm doing this. There we go. Alright, so shield seems to fit in her hand with no problem there. I'll get her to stand up again. So she's not too bad as far as standing up. I've definitely had worse ones as far as standing up. So actually she's pretty good at it. So her other accessory is a flaming sword. So here we go. So we got the flaming sword. So that's kind of neat. You'd kind of expect the flames to be on the blade, maybe, but that might be more effective. But anyway, we got a little red piece painted there. The flame effects, look pretty good. They're nice, clear orange. You turn it around here. It's got kind of a strange, unique handle there. Maybe it could be a little bit longer to really be in scale with her. It's more kind of a dagger, I guess, but that looks cool. Let's see how she does at holding that. So no trouble at all there. Fits right into the hand. No trouble at all. So that's what she has for accessories. So we got the helmet and the shield and the flaming sword. And as I mentioned, the chest and shoulder armor you could count as an accessory too, because it certainly would come off, but you'd have to remove her head in order to do that. So this is a nice figure. It's big and has some good accessories, has very nice articulation and very nice colors. So let's look at the smaller ones next. Okay, so for the two smaller ones that I picked out, again, I just picked these because I liked the colors and I ended up liking the elements as well. So I've got Logic and Mastery here from the Wave 2, which is the Wisdom Wave. And so these come carded, but it's those very nice cards where the cards will just slide out, right? So we don't have to do any destruction of the packaging to slide these out here and get them open. So you can see we've got the elements that make up the Wisdom, right? So that's the second set here. And these come with a lot of neat stuff. So you can see the packaging, pretty simple. And I've taken the liberty of already cutting the tape on them. So we'll slide out the cards and see what we get here. As I mentioned, these are just going to slide out, which is nice. So these smaller figures, they come with this bag, which is for carrying your figures. And it's pretty nice. It's just a small little carrying bag. It's got the logo on there. It's got a drawstring. And it comes with some stuff in it. So inside the bag, we've got some good useful things. We've got two trading cards, and they're the same. I believe on the website it said one is to keep and one is to share, right? So this is the trading card for Logic, so it'll tell about her there. And then I think if you collect them all, it makes a quote of some sort if you put them all together. And then we've got the pamphlet, which shows us the figures in wave 2, which was the wisdom wave. And then the best thing we've got here is a stand, right? So Courage didn't come with a stand, but she's okay. She seems to stand up all right. But the smaller figures here, they come with a stand. It's got the logo embossed on there and some foot pegs. So that should be good. So let's see Logic here and see what we get. Again, these are in the more 3 3/4 scale, and they all each come with a shield. So I popped right out on me there. Okay, so here is Logic, and she's pretty neat. She reminds me of Raven, right, from Teen Titans, with that hairstyle, right, and kind of the pale skin there. And her accessory that she has is this shoulder piece. I guess that's supposed to represent being logical, but it's kind of neat. And all of these have an accessory that kind of sets them apart from each other. And again, that's probably removable if you remove the head, but I'm not going to do that most likely. Now this looks to have the exact same torso as the Mastery figure, but they do have different forearms and different boots. Looks like they have the same thigh pieces too. So there are some recycled parts, but there are some different ones that set these apart as well. And of course the heads are different. But very nice colors on these. We've got, kind of a greenish blue and the brown pants and the gold armor. So very nice colors on these. For articulation, head is very tight here, but it does turn left and right. Her hair is going to clash with her collar a little bit. She can look down just a little bit. So we have some tilt. Arms can basically go up all the way. If she didn't have the shoulder armor, they'd go up even farther than that. Go around. Again, shoulder armor blocking a little bit, but we'll go around. These smaller ones just have single elbows, so we're going to get about 90 degrees at the elbow, and nothing on the hands. The forearm piece is all one piece. Nothing at the waist here. Legs can go forward that far. Back, not really very much. Out, not really too much. Just have single knees, so about 9 degrees at the knees, and nothing at the feet. So much less articulation on these. They're basically going to just be in static poses, but they look nice. Like I said, the color scheme is what's the nicest thing about these figures. So she does come with her shield, of course much smaller than the Courage shield. This one is in gold, but again, they're printed really well on here. So we'll see how she does it holding that. And not the best. Her hand is a little bit loose for that. We'll try the right hand. Okay, so it fits better in the right hand. Her left hand was a little too loose for it. We'll see if she stands up on her own here. Which, yes, no problems there. So stands up on her own. We'll put her on the stand. Does have peg holes in the feet. So there we go. Fits on the stand real nice. Very nice. So there's Logic. Let's take a look at Mastery. So I really like the color scheme on this one. We got the bright lime green there, along with the same gold armor that Logic has. So similarly, we've got the same bag. We're going to have the same stuff inside. I'll get the stand out here. Get the stand, same stuff though, same pamphlet. Got the different trading card. Of course, this is the Mastery trading card. So you get a lot of stuff with these. So here's Mastery, and she of course has her shield. Right, so there's Mastery. So again, same, like I said, same torso and thighs as Logic, but of course the head is different, and the forearms and the lower legs are different. Pretty good paint on all of these. Like I said, paint is pretty nice on these. Her accessory is this big scarf, and it's pretty much molded to fit, you know, just exactly in that position. But it's pretty neat. It's kind of, you know, blowing back, so you can kind of put her in, you know, in a pose like that and have the scarf blowing back. Again, probably removable if you removed the head. Same articulation there. Of course, her hair doesn't get in the way on this one, so you can move her head a little bit more. But same as everything else, same joints as that one. So let's get her shield here. So we have the Mastery shield. These shields are printed really nice. There we go. And we'll get her on the stand. Oh, this one, she's not fitting as well on the stand as Logic did. You might need to look at the peg holes a little bit, but I don't know, she's on there. Yeah, she was. There we go. All right. So there they are. Of course, they look very small compared to the Courage figure, but aesthetically they do fit in pretty well. So let's do some size comparisons. Okay, so for some size comparisons, here's the old G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra Baroness figure. That's one of the only 3 3/4 inch figures I have on hand readily available to look at. But so as you can see, the smaller ones are pretty much exactly in scale with her. Here is G.I. Joe Classified Series Scarlet from the Snake Eyes movie. So they're not too bad in scale there. You can see Courage is a little bit taller than her. I'm thinking Courage is going to be kind of in between the Marvel Legends size and the McFarlane Toys size. So here is Marvel Legends Xialing. We'll see. She might not stand up here. So we'll just hold her in there. So she's, of course, same size as Scarlet, and a little bit shorter than Courage. Here they are with McFarlane Toys She-Spawn. So as I suspected, right? So she's significantly taller here. So Courage is somewhere in between. So a bit of an odd scale, somewhere in between the Marvel Legends G.I. Joe Classified scale and the McFarlane Toys scale. I'm holding a finger on the top of her head because she won't stand up because of those stiletto heel boots, right? So Courage is pretty big figure, but not as big as your McFarlane ones there. And as always, of course, here they are with John Cena. Oh, and a standard 12-ounce beverage can. All right, so pretty neat. If you want to check out that sale, as they said, I guess it's not a sale so much, but as I said, during the month of September, if you buy a Courage figure, one will get donated to a children's hospital. So you can look up IAmElemental to get some of your own of these. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some dramatic poses, and we'll see you in the next review.